All right, guys, I'm just taking a quick water break. I'm almost to the end of this trail here. So I came from up there after climbing whatever mountain that is. I'm starting to go down in elevation a little bit, and I'm almost to the end. So I was debating camping at this lake if I found some good camping, and I think there probably is around if I looked a little more, but I'm so close to the end that I think I'm just going to go and check that out. It looks like there's a good, I don't know what you would call it, like a nice big flat area, like a basin type situation, I think. I don't really know. But anyway, I'm not that far from there. So that's where I'm going to go. And yeah, it's really nice up here. It should be, by the time I get there, looks like I'll be surrounded by some pretty good craggly peaks. So that'll be nice to see. And yeah, we'll update you when I'm camping. Alright guys, I am at my destination. That was the trail I hiked on. And it literally just ends at this campsite. So, it's a 3.2 mile trail that just ends right at a campsite. It's pretty cool. There is a trail that keeps going this way. I'm assuming to get closer to the lake, but that's our view for the evening. I'm going to check out that trail just to see if there's camping down there closer to the lake, but if not, I'm pretty happy with this. This is pretty nice. So I think this is all rock, so getting a tent set up might be kind of a bitch, but as long as it's not too windy, we'll make do. So just going to check out a little further along the trail here, and yeah, getting ready to call it a day. All right, this trail didn't really go anywhere. It gives you access, closer access to the lake right here, but it looks like at one point it went up here, but it just ends right there. I walked in there to see if it opened up again, but it doesn't. So that site over there is going to do just fine, I think. Ooh, it's kind of mushy. If it was earlier in the day, I might be a little more open to bushwhacking a little bit. That spot is awesome. Jesus, that spot is awesome, but I'm going to be relying on, it looks like, weighing down my tent with rocks, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get any stakes in the ground. And it's not the end of the world, but if it gets windy or anything, I'm probably going to wake up in a collapsed tent. So but that's just kind of how it is, because I don't feel like searching any further. It's been a long day. I think it was around 9 miles to get here, so not a crazy day, but pretty good amount of elevation, at least for me. And those last few miles were a pretty good slog. So just gonna relax, get set up, and proceed to camp. Could have sworn I just heard people talking, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only person up here right now. Maybe not, but I feel like maybe I'm just delusional. So anyway, got my backpack here. I'm at an 11.2 pound, no, an 11.07 pound total base weight. I'm gonna go over that real quick. So sunglasses and trekking poles are not included in the base weight because they're not in the pack. They're worn weight, but it does include everything else in the bag and on the bag. So got Sawyer filter, which I haven't used yet because a lot of the water up here is really clean. I have a rain jacket. I got my toiletries with toothbrush, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and a little bit of first aid, I think. Got a blue sit pad that I almost never use. I don't know why I bring it. And a spork in there. So the GoPro and the tripod that it's on, the backpack itself with the shoulder strap and the phone in the shoulder strap, two water bottles, food bag with bear hang kit that I will probably use tonight. In case any of you aren't familiar, base weight does not include consumables. I include some consumables in mine, but not things like food and water. I include toilet paper and toothpaste just because I'm never going to not have those things, and I'd rather, when the weight's only fluctuating a few ounces, I would rather know what the top of that weight is instead of the bottom. So for me, I include those things, but not food and water. Got my L Bean hooded sweatshirt that it's not really cold enough to want to wear, but bugs are annoying. Got my cook kit, which has a stove in it, a lighter, a little microfiber towel, and fuel for the stove. Got my Uberlight large, which I may or may not talk about a little bit later. Well, I'll just talk about it now. So the last one that broke, I ordered a new one when I had popped it, and then I ordered the new one because I figure once it's popped, it's only a matter of time before it's completely done. So I ordered a new one because they were on sale. I was going to wait till the end of the season, but they were on sale, so I didn't. So I ordered a new one. And then within a few weeks of popping it, the baffles in it started to break, and Thermarest replaced it under warranty. And I said, hey, I already bought a large replacement, so can you send me a regular? And they did. And I used the regular last weekend, and it reminded me why I had switched to large. So I got the large again. The regular is probably just going to be a backup, or if I'm really trying to shave some ounces, I'll switch to the regular, but I like the large. Electronics bag, I got some cables for charging in here, 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank, spare GoPro battery, spare SD card, and I think that's it. Got my Trekology pillow that I've had for years. Got spare wool socks. This is just a really light wool sock, just to have clean socks to put on when I go to bed. The main reason I'm doing this right now is because I had to take all that stuff out to get to my tent, which is a Z-Pax duplex. Got thin long johns, a lightweight base layer. Got a Kindle that my mom gave me years ago. And my Enlightened Equipment 30-degree down quilt. And that's it. So I walked out onto these logs here to cook some dinner and just kind of enjoy the lake. And I'm just about set up over here, but I left my spork back at the tent, which is not that far, but there's not exactly a direct route. So gotta go get my spork and then we'll cook some dinner. Alright guys, got some dinner cooking up. I got some ramen going. I got my feet soaking in the lake. So where I'm at is a lake in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. This was not where I planned on coming. So the lake I planned on going to was I purposely was taking a roundabout way to get there. It was about a almost 9.5 mile hike to get there the way I was going, but you could easily get there in 4 miles from a different trailhead, and that seemed to be the case with a lot of the lakes. There was a couple in between that there wasn't a quicker way to get to, but there was already a lot of people there. Not like a lot, but you know, a few. So I was thinking where I wanted to go, and really, you know, I was going to go to that other lake, but I wasn't really thrilled about it. And I saw this trail coming up here on the map, and I ran into some Forest Service people doing trail work. So I asked them, I said, hey, is there good camping up at such and such lake? And one of the girls looked at me and was like, yeah, we haven't done trail work up on that trail for at least 3 years. She's like, I don't think too many people go up there. It's like, we have no idea. So I was like, that is perfect. That's where I'm going. So that's where I came, and it turns out it was awesome. So I was planning on, Jesus Christ, I was planning on staying home this weekend, but I've been really looking forward to, oh, that's almost done, some stargazing. And a few weeks ago, last time I was in Alpine Lakes, it clouded over pretty good. It looks like it's probably going to tonight too. And so that was kind of a bummer. The next weekend was the first trail, or the first trip in Goat Rocks, and the skies were perfectly clear, but I didn't check the moon phases, and it was a full moon, which was cool in its own right, but it wasn't really what I was looking to see. And then the next weekend, that is totally done, was Goat Rocks again, but that got turned into a long day hike. And this weekend, I was going to stay home, but I checked the moon phases. It's not a new moon tonight, but it will be tomorrow or Monday. So it's going to be almost as dark as it's going to get. And it's looking like all that effort might be for nothing, because we definitely got some weather coming in, but hopefully that clears up and I get some good views of the stars, because they're not going to get any better than out here. And I've really been looking forward to getting some full-blown like Milky Way stargazing done. So we'll see how it goes. The bugs are kind of crazy. I should have brought my sweatshirt out here, but I didn't. So, yeah, you little bastard. Oh, you don't like that, do you? You don't like when somebody fucking annoys you. So yeah, hopefully the storm is just kind of passing through. That seems to be the case up here a lot, is the storms just kind of pass through and they never turn into anything. But we'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner, enjoy this awesome lake that I'm at. So my tent's over there with the weather coming in. So yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner, head back to the tent, probably just hang out in the tent and read for a little bit, and hope that the weather holds. So we'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, guys, kind of huddled in my tent right now. Said it before, probably gonna say it again. You know, you're in the woods, you expect there to be bugs, but sometimes they're worse than others, and this is one of those times. So I have no idea if this is gonna pick up how many mosquitoes there actually are, but it was pretty rough eating out on the lake, and even just filtered. So out on the lake was black flies. And then I went and filtered water. Yeah, they're all trying to get in. Then I went and filtered water, and then it was mosquitoes, and the mosquitoes are here, like up here as opposed to down by the lake. And they're big bastards too. Look at that son of a bitch. Anyway, so yeah, it was a pretty good hike getting up here. That trail I was on, I wouldn't want like a through hike to be on a trail like that, but for a like weekend overnighter, that was awesome, because you know there's probably nobody else coming up here. The trail wasn't overgrown, but at the same time, well, it kind of is actually, where like around here where there's actually brush. There wasn't brush for most of the trail, but you could tell just walking on it that it was not well used anymore. It doesn't show camping on the map. It just shows a trail that ends. So when I say the map, just for the record, I'm talking, I gotta turn that off. I'm talking about Gaia GPS. I personally think it's the best GPS for like hiking that there is. And I haven't used it for mountain biking yet, but since I have to pay for trail forks now, I don't really use trail forks anymore. Say I have to pay for it. I don't pay for it because they try to make me. Those bastards. But I have no idea what I even started talking about. So I'm going to get my Kindle out and read a little bit and let this GoPro battery charge so I can hopefully get a star time lapse, because that was the whole reason for doing this trip this weekend instead of next weekend. So Well, not the time lapse, but just to be out on a new moon, or about almost a new moon. Anyway, rambling. Talk to you guys later. Morning, everybody. Got my food bag down, and I got right back in the tent. I'm gonna eat breakfast in the tent and get as much stuff put away in the tent as I can because the bugs are terrible. So yeah, 7:09. I want to try and get on the trail 8:30 maybe. Hopefully closer to 8. Yeah, hopefully closer to 8. I'm gonna make a hot coffee. And I'll probably drink the second one cold, just on the way. And I got a couple oatmeals. So yeah, gonna do some coffee, gonna make a little bit of breakfast, and head on out of here. So I guess that's probably about it. I was gonna make a tea last night, but the stove goes through gas so quick that I didn't really have a ton left over from the last trip, so thought a hot breakfast was more important than tea last night. Alright guys, I got camp all cleaned up, pretty much ready to head on out of here, so I'm going to start hiking. Be sure to let you know if anything happens on the way, but for now, thanks for watching, hit that like button, subscribe, do whatever else people do, and we'll see you in the next one.